Since his assumption of office on the 21st of June 2016, IGP Ibrahim Idris has played a major role in combating crime, protecting lives and property, enforcing laws and order, restoring the lost glory of the Nigeria police force, among many other things. He has proved to be a devoted police officer who is passionate about his job. His concern for the various challenges facing the country and finding lasting solutions to it motivated him to write a book which will serve as a reference to all. The book, titled Security and Justice: The Pathway for Peace and Reconciliation in Nigeria, was presented and launched on Thursday, the 15th of February 2018 at the Intercontinental Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos. The book is dedicated to officers of the Nigeria Police Force that risk their lives on a daily basis to maintain peace, security and justice in the country. To commend this great man for this milestone achievement, friends, family members, colleagues and well-wishers came out in their numbers to support him at his book launch. Present were Chairman of the Board of Caverton Offshore Support Group, Mr. Aderemi Makonjola. General Theophilus Danjuma was represented by his personal assistant, retired Major General Tanko Mahu Abdul, former GSC 81 Division of the Nigerian Army, former Minister of State for Defense, Senator Musli Obanikoro, former Ogun State Governor, Chief Olusegun Oshoba, Assistant Inspector General of Police, AIG Adamu Ibrahim, Commissioner of Police, Lagos State Command, CP Imohimi Edgal, former Inspector General of Police, Sunday Gabriel Hidero, Deputy Inspector General of Police, DIG, Mr. Israel Ajao, former Inspector General of Police, Sir Mike Okiro, who is the current Chairman of the Police Service Commission, Professor Patu Tomi. Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, was represented by Honorable Tunde Braimo. The Royal Father of the Day, His Royal Majesty, Oba Rilwan Akiolu, the Oba of Lagos, and his white-cap chiefs, among other traditional rulers, were also present. U.S. Consul General John Bray, members of the diplomatic community, senior police officers, appreciable members of the Nigeria Police Force, bank executives, corporate bodies, religious leaders, among many others. The event, anchored by award-winning multilingual broadcaster and Chairman CEO Biscon Communications, Prince Bisi Olatilo and Dr. Henry Nzeku, began with the arrival of the IGP, who was ushered into the venue by the Nigeria Police Band. Quickly, the opening prayer was said by Right Reverend James Olushola Odediji, the Anglican Bishop of the Diocese of Lagos West, and Alhaji Babatalba, the Wazirin Kanuri of Lagos State. In the opening remark delivered by the Commissioner of Police, Lagos State Command, CP Imohimi Edgal, he said the book is germane to national discourse, as the security challenges facing the country are trying to tear the peace in Nigeria apart. He added that the author, who is a renowned police officer, a great leader, and an astute intellectual, has provided solutions to the various challenges facing the country in his book. CP Imohimi Edgal further called on all to endeavor to get a copy of the book, which he said is a pathway to ensuring that Nigeria remains safe and peaceful for all.
You are all aware that the security challenges we have now in our country is even trying to tear the very fabric of our national peaceful coexistence. So the author, in writing this book, had preempted the situation we have now in the country. Every Nigerian wants peace, security, and progress. And so, the author in his book has proffered solutions to the myriad security problems in Nigeria by stating clearly that we cannot have genuine peace and progress in Nigeria without justice, without meaningful reconciliation. The author, who is the current Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, is a highly acclaimed and renowned international police officer.
This was followed by a documentary His friends and colleagues commended the IGP Ibrahim Idris for putting up an outstanding work in writing a book which addresses the security challenges facing the country. In the biography of the IGP Ibrahim Idris, which was read by Dr. Henry Zeku, Alhaji Ibrahim Idris was appointed to the position of Inspector General of Police by President Muhammadu Buhari on the 21st of March 2016, replacing Mr. Solomon Arase, who retired from the police force on the 21st of June 2016. IGP Idris Ibrahim, who was born on the 15th of January 1959, hails from Kutugi in Niger State. He was enlisted into the Nigeria Police Force in 1984 after graduating from the Ahmadu Bello University Zaria with a bachelor's degree in agriculture. He also holds a degree in law from the University of Maiduguri. Prior to his appointment as the IGP, he served in various commands and formations in the Nigeria Police Force. He was also at the United Nations mission in Liberia and East Timor and was awarded Medal of Merit by the President of the Republic of East Timor in recognition of his service. Followed immediately was the author's remark, and IGP Ibrahim Idris began by appreciating all who took time to honor him with his presence. He said his experience over the years as a police officer in Nigeria and other parts of the world, especially as the Inspector General of Police in Nigeria, has taught him that internal peace is a basic element for instituting and sustaining any democratic government, stressing that security and justice are important instruments for reconciliation. IGP Ibrahim Idris said he was motivated to write the book so as to unleash his experience accumulated over a period of 35 years within and outside Nigeria for the benefit of people interested in security, justice, and peace in the country. He said, as the Inspector General of Police, it is his responsibility to put sufficient security in place to manage the challenges of the nation. But he has realized that the issue is beyond the police. He called for the speedy dispensation of justice and protection of lives, interest of suspects and victims of crime, as it is the only way people will have a sense of justice.
I guess many of you will be wondering what a serving Inspector General of Police will be discussing in a book titled Security and Justice, the Pathway for Peace and Reconciliation in Nigeria. Well, the answer is not far-fetched. The Nigerian Police Force, the nation's core law enforcement agency, which as pretended, has the responsibility to prevent and dictate crime, the apprehension and prosecution of offenders, the preservation of law and order, the protection of life and properties, and the due enforcement of all laws and regulations. These challenges, if not properly managed, at the pace we are going, coupled with inflammatory and inciting statements, will tear this country apart and drag us into an ending crisis. I'm quite conscious that as Inspector General of Police, it is my responsibility to put sufficient security architecture in place to manage these challenges aforementioned. And I can say with confidence that the employed preventive and dictative strategies have been largely successful in managing the situation based on my achievements so far.
He added that, although the President has mandated him and other agencies to take appropriate steps to ensure the arrest and prosecution of offenders, it is of utmost importance that Nigerians engage in serious conversations and avoid inflammatory comments. While commending the Buhari-led administration in its efforts to tackle religious, political, and other crises, he called on leaders to accord traditional institutions their rights, as they play a major role in ensuring peace in the country. IGP Ibrahim Idris later said the proceeds generated from the book launch will be used to fund the Security and Justice Initiative, a foundation put in place for the promotion of security, peace, and reconciliation in Nigeria.
It is true that the President has mandated me and other security agencies to take appropriate steps to ensure the arrest and prosecution of the offenders. This directive is being pursued with zeal. Of utmost importance is that we must engage ourselves in serious conversations, avoid inflammatory comments or play politics with the issue. This is the only way the country can secure genuine reconciliation among herders and farmers so that they can once again live in peace, harmony, love, and avoid unnecessary loss of lives. The book also reflects on my long-held conviction that good governance is a critical imperative in the sowing and nurturing of seeds of security and justice. Good governance, as defined by the World Bank, is the manner in which power is exercised in the management of a country's economic and social resources for development. The noticeable efforts of this administration in tackling insurgency, ethnic, religious, political, and other crises is commendable, and its sustenance and continuity will translate security, peace, and genuine development of the country.
This was followed by the book review by the former Dean, Faculty of Law, Bayero University, Kano, Professor A.B. Ahmed. In his review, he said, the 18-chapter book makes a serious attempt to dismiss the notion that Nigeria's diversity is at the root of its developmental challenges. It rather stressed that it contains the tremendous diversity presented by the ethnic composition, socio-economic structures, and fiscal features, which are the true reflections of the country's potential. He added that the book, Security and Justice, The Pathway for Peace and Reconciliation in Nigeria, highlights the failure of the political system to cater for the aspirations of the people, among other things. While speaking on the characteristics and uniqueness of the book, Professor Ahmed praised the mode of writing of the author, who he said took his time, did a thorough research to produce a detailed and comprehensive book. Professor Ahmed said the book emphasizes the importance of justice in Nigeria, while taking a critical look at all the obstacles preventing the realization of justice in the country.
The author provides the hooks on which to hang the pages, the paragraphs, the contentions, the argument, the positions, the observations, the recommendations that are contained in the book. A look at the book will show you that it is not a work of one day, it is not a work of 1 month, it is not a work of 1 year, it is a work of life. The author started from his experience as a child, and it surpasses to his challenges, his observations, his comment as the #1 police officer in Nigeria. In all, the book contains 293 pages, with pages 1 to 269 for the main work, and pages 270 to pages 293 for the bibliography. The book is very rich. And when I say very rich, I mean rich as in rich. In conceptual clarifications, concepts that have to do with security and peace, reconciliation and justice have actually been cleared in the book.
The chairman, Caverton Group, Mr. Aderemi Makonjola, in his address said, the book, Security and Justice, The Pathway for Peace and Reconciliation in Nigeria, is written at a time the country is facing grave security challenges. He commended IGP Ibrahim Idris for his hard work, his courage, and for putting into writing his thoughts and observation on what is needed to be done to restore peace in the country. He eulogized IGP Ibrahim Idris and said he's optimistic that if encouraged and motivated, the Nigeria Police Force can be rated the best in the world.
The Inspector General of Police has also done so many things to ensure that every facet of the country is actually expressed in the book. But what he has not left out is the position of his own people, who are the actual instruments for ensuring the peace that we are talking about, that is the Nigerian police force. Sometimes you go in Lagos, you cannot go out at 7 o'clock in the evening. But now, our children go out all night and we don't blink an eye. And who is taking care of that? The Nigerian Police Force under the Inspector General of Police. So I commend everyone to this book to make sure that you have a copy before you go. Buy one, you won't be able to get one free. But at least, if you buy two, you might get one free.
This was followed by the official unveiling of the book amidst a photo and video session. The royal father of the day, the Oba of Lagos, His Royal Majesty, Oba Rilwan Akiolu, in his remark, commended IGP Ibrahim Idris and the Nigeria Police Force for the onerous task of ensuring peace and security in the country. While appreciating the government to provide all that is needed by the Nigeria Police Force to combat crime in the country, Oba Rilwan Akiolu charged IGP Ibrahim Idris to checkmate his men in order to restore the lost glory of the Nigeria Police Force.
You see, all the security challenges, everything, everybody is saying, Fulani this, Fulani that. It is not totally so. That is the truth. I'm not saying that some of them are not doing it. If you go to Mobi, Bukula, Karimilamido area, Tambua, and all the border places where I've worked before, it is free ingress, in and out, that people enter. And that's where the problem started. The same thing with all the grown-up forests we have in this country. We suggested to them, but at that time, the power that we said, you want me to go and commit the whole resources of the government. But the truth is, the IG has not been given what is necessary to do the job. The other time I was watching him in the TV, when he was saying that 1 trillion, that is grossly inadequate to meet the challenges on ground now. We are entering 2019. What we are going to see, we have not seen, but by the grace of God Almighty Allah, we will see good things.
Speaking on behalf of General Theophilus Yakubu Danjuma, who was unavoidably absent, his representative, retired Major General Tanko Muhu Abdul, spoke highly of IGP Ibrahim Idris and commended him for his initiative in writing a book that addresses the challenges facing the country. He further called on the Nigeria Police Force to put in more effort in combating crime, as he urged all to get a copy of the book, as it will serve as a resource solution to the challenges facing the country.
Our country needs peace to develop. Without peace, there can be no development. And the police needs the wherewithal to carry out their responsibilities. They are very enormous. We are proud of their efforts. And he has just asked me to say he is donating some undisclosed amount for some undisclosed number of copies of the book. And we hope and wish that this book will be a resource material for solution to all our contemporary challenges in this country. Ours is a beautiful country. We need peace to progress. Thank you very much.
This was followed by donations from organizations, corporate bodies, associations, religious leaders and individuals, led by Alhaji Aliko Dangote, Mr. Tony Lumelu, and others. To bring the book launch to an end was the vote of thanks delivered by the Assistant Inspector General of Police, Zone 2, Onikon, Lagos, AIG Adamu Ibrahim, who said the book, Security and Justice, The Pathway for Peace and Reconciliation in Nigeria, is a ray of hope for the security challenges facing the country. He further thanked all for coming and wished them journey mercies back to their various destinations. From Beacon Communications, it's congratulations to the Inspector General of Police, IGP Ibrahim Idris, and the success of the presentation of his book.